loss is normal. I'm saying on time. Even if I've learned from experience, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Hey homies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. This video will be a little bit something different. I'm going to be doing a freshman advice video since I am a up-and-coming senior, and you know, I've been through everything already, experienced most of the stuff, so you know, I might not have the best advice to y'all, but I can give y'all some advice on what I have learned throughout my years of high school. So yeah, I will be reading my topics off of my iPad, so if y'all see me holding up my iPad looking at it, don't be like, I don't know. I'm just gonna be looking and reading stuff off my iPad. So let's get into my first topic I have. So the first thing I have on my list is how to stay organized. My biggest tip for staying organized for high school is folders, writing everything down, all of that. I think the thing that helped me the most throughout the years, I would say, is if I have an assignment and I know it needs to be done by a certain timeline, like say I get the assignment on a Monday and it's due on Friday, or say next Monday, I'll go ahead and start working on the assignment throughout the week, so that way, you know, by the time it's due, it's already done. Other things I like to do to stay organized: most of my classes, like core classes, I have a folder with all my work that needs to be turned in inside of, and electives, all of that, I have in a separate folder. Even like notes and stuff, I keep my notes in a separate folder than my work. I don't know, it's just easier to keep up with to me, or just having it all in classes, like say a folder for English, math, science, all of that. That's what I like to do. I like folders. I don't know, that's just always been my thing. I do like doing like online stuff with my assignments, reminders and all of that, but I like everything hard copy paper. That just works best for me. If y'all hear the fan, I'm so sorry. It's hot, okay? Ring light is making it hot up in here. The next thing I have on my list is, what should I be prepared for? Me personally, I feel like be prepared for a lot of awkwardness going through that stage, because I definitely feel like going into high school, I was very awkward, standoffish, and I feel like, me personally, I have social anxiety, so it's very hard for me to like go in big crowds and like be comfortable in everything, and it's like it makes me nervous. Like I can't do big crowds. So I think the thing that prepared me the most for school, with my freshman year also, it was during COVID, so I was online for half the year, then in person the rest of the year. So me personally, I didn't really have to go through a lot to be prepared for, because I was online. But when I did get to school, I was prepared for it to be a lot of people, me actually talking in person after months of not seeing anybody in person. So I was just really prepared for all of that. Being lost, if you're coming in, if you haven't gone to orientation, even if you have, because me personally, I went to orientation and was still very much lost. Don't be afraid of getting lost or ashamed of getting lost. It's normal. I don't know, I just feel like it's like a normal thing. My school, we had teachers like in every hallway and outside their classes willing to help. It should be teachers outside willing to help you find your classes. It's a normal thing. I promise you, you are not going to get the hang of where all your classes is and where everything is in the school in one day. It's going to take you at least a couple days, because it's like, even with the help of a map, it's not easy at all. So be prepared for a lot of nervousness. Some teachers also, right off the bat, give you work immediately or are very strict about their rules. Be prepared for that, and I think that's all I have to say about that. Just be prepared for awkwardness, teachers not playing about their work, and Oh, also a lot of drama. It's very normal in high school to have drama. I feel like as long as you don't engage in it, then you'll be fine. But yes, a lot of drama, a lot of fights, the whole 9 yards. My next topic is schoolwork. Again, me personally, from my experience, your schoolwork, make sure, because I had to learn the hard way. Always be nice to all your teachers. Try to be understanding when they're teaching, or not even understanding, just act like you're paying attention, pay attention, take notes when they're teaching, because it might come a day where, oh, you can't come to school because you're sick, or you just can't turn in an assignment because you weren't able to. And being nice to that teacher pays off. They will give you extra time or whatever else you need because you were nice to them. So, you know, it's really like, you could say teacher's pet kind of thing. Be like a teacher's pet, because it's like when you do that, you get off with certain stuff, I will say. You know, not trying to toot my own horn, but hey, I do my work, but I also got off a lot with my teachers because I was just nice to them and other students weren't. So it was like, oh, she's the only one that respects me, but she didn't turn this assignment in, but it's okay because she respects me, type of thing. It is okay to cheat. I'm probably not the first person to tell y'all that, and it's okay. It's okay to cheat on your assignments. As long as you're smart about your cheating, I will say. Don't be out there just asking your homegirl or homeboy, oh, did you do the assignment? Let me get that. And copying it straight off. Like, at least, I don't know, make a few mistakes or what, but don't get caught. Be smart with your cheating. And I'm not talking about phones out during tests and everything. That's not smart. I'm going to tell you that off bat. Every teacher knows the phone during the test, all the hiding rules you have. They've been through it a million times. They know everything. Be smart with your cheating. I would also say, again, like how I said earlier, turn your assignments in on time. Even if you have, not even on time, sometimes you can turn them in early, but just make sure it's done and turned in, because at the end of that 9 weeks, you're going to be stressing if that work isn't done, because most teachers don't accept late work, or they just won't let you do anything at all. Like, that's just your final grade. Take everything serious, because those 9 weeks add up. I promise you. Like, it's not going to be fun if you fail the first 2 9 weeks and then the last 2 9 weeks you're trying to catch up. It's no way it's going to happen. It's just all going to be chaos, and teachers and students don't mix, because it's bad for everybody. My next topic is going to be how to balance school life and extracurriculars. I'm still stuck on that myself, balancing everything. It is very hard. I feel like if you're not even organized, but time management skills is a lot to deal with this. Like, you have to manage your time wisely. Like, okay, I know I have to do this assignment or go do this, and this, but I still want to hang out with my friends. How do I do that? So you're like, okay, cool. Like, make a plan. Be like, okay, I'm going to do all my work by 5th period. So then by the rest of the 7th period, I have free time. You know, everything else is in the day. I can go hang with my friends and do what I want to do. That's also a big thing. Like, even when I was in band, a lot of y'all might not know that I was in band. I was in color guard. You have to be on top of your work. If not, it's going to make everything more stressful, especially when you're doing stuff like sports and everything. You're trying to focus on your sport and whatever you're doing to, you know, accomplish that and be good at that, but you're worried about schoolwork also. And it's like, you also should communicate good with your teachers. That's another thing that comes into play that I talked about earlier. If you don't communicate with them, they're not going to give you extra time. Because 9 times out of 10, if you do something with the school, any kind of like extracurricular activity, oh, the teachers love that. They will give you all the time you need. You just have to communicate it and be nice to them. I promise you they will do it. Teachers love kids that do stuff for the school. I don't know why. It's crazy. If you do something for the school, they're going to love you to death, okay? How to stay out of drama and the mix. Me personally, I feel like it all comes within the time. This also is going to tie into the next topic a little bit, if y'all hear me saying this again. Also, staying out the mix, I would feel like that has something to do with just your friend group. I feel like if you hang around a group of messy people, then I know you shouldn't judge a book by a cover, but if you hang around messy people, people are going to think you're messy. Not saying that you necessarily are, it's just that's how some people are. Me personally, I feel like staying out the mix and drama, again, like I said, is with the group of friends that you choose. Just because your friend has a beef sometimes, I know some people are going to hate me for saying that. You don't have to be in the drama and be like, oh, my friend's beefing, let me get in on that. You don't have to do that all the time. Sometimes it is okay to be the bigger. I even have to learn that myself. I'm learning still. It's okay to be the bigger person sometimes and just sit back and be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna let her have this. You don't have to argue with everybody. Sometimes it's not worth it. And being out the mix also, it doesn't have to just do with your friends. It's just, if you know who you are, you're true to yourself, you don't have to go out the way and pick people that's not who you are. If you know you're not a messy person, or you don't like being around big crowds of people and all of that, you don't have to be around people like that. Choose, your group will naturally choose you. You figure out who your friends are. Your personality is going to show throughout your friends. So if you're not in the mix, it's because you and your friends aren't in the mix, if that makes sense. And also, I'm out the mix, if that's what you would call it, because me personally, I don't like being around a whole bunch of people, and I'm just not really a big friend person, like. And that's okay. It's okay to not be a big friend person, because not everybody likes being around a whole bunch of people. It's okay to be by yourself, eat lunch by yourself, sit in class by yourself and do your own work. It's honestly, to me, it's more productive. I get more stuff done being by myself. It's okay. It's normal. I promise you. You're not weird because you hang out by yourself or you're by yourself 24/7. I promise you. And then also, I would like to say, if you know two people are beefing, please stay out of it. Like, two of your friends are arguing, the best bet is to stay out of it, because you're going to have to end up picking sides, or somebody's going to be like, oh, well, did so-and-so say this? And it's just going to be a whole lot of. Just don't do it. Don't entertain it. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever you answer is going to make that situation worse. Don't do it. I've learned from experience. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. What do you have to say about making friends? I feel like your friends throughout high school, I will say, you don't keep, and this might hurt some of y'all feelings or whatever, I don't know. I don't really know what y'all want me to say. You will not have the same friends from middle school. Not all of them, I would say, because I used to watch videos like this myself, and I used to be like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have my friends from middle school. That's not true. Oh, I would never not be friends with my friends from middle school. Y'all are gonna grow apart, most definitely. Not all of them, maybe, but some of them you will grow apart from, argue with. It's just a normal life thing. People grow, and you know, other people just aren't in their life plans. You know, it's just different. And once again, like I said before when I was talking about the last topic, your friends come to you eventually. Like, my best friend, I didn't know her from middle school. I met her my freshman year, and we've been friends ever since. So, you know, like, you gain friends in high school and you may lose some, but it's all part of the process. Just take your time. It's a learning process. I promise you. High school is where you will learn the most in life. Well, I'm not going to say the most. I take that back. You will learn a lot in high school and see a lot. And you're just going to be like, wow, this was really an experience I went through. You know, so it's just like, friends come and go. But it's okay. Because in the end, you're going to find your friends. I also would say, do not join a friend group already. Those friend groups do not last. I'm telling you, if you join a friend group that's already been built and strong, it's not going to last with either you in the friend group. The other girls in the friend group are going to start arguing, You're going to be in the middle, or you're going to be closer to whoever else in the friend group besides one person. You know, like, I don't like 3 out of 3 groups, all of that, because it just never works out in my opinion. Somebody is left out or somebody is jealous and it's just a hot mess. It doesn't work. And some groups aren't for you anyways. Like, you know, you might be in it and learn from it, but that's not your group of people. Those aren't your people. You will find your people, I promise you. I've been through so many friend groups, I literally cannot count, because those were not my people. And I finally found my people. Like, the friends I have now, I could see me like growing old and being like in my 40s or 50s, still knowing the same people, going to their houses for events, inviting them to events with my family, our kids growing up together type of thing. Like, these are my people. What do I have to say about boys in high school? I don't know if I feel like I'm the right person to answer this question. I feel like dating in high school, I'm gonna say you should do it. Just because, I mean, some people should, some people shouldn't. I feel like you should because, well, I'm gonna explain why I said you should. It is definitely a learning experience. I will say, do not date if you are not ready. Dating is not something to play around with. That is not no joke. That's not no game. It is serious. Dating in high school, it's not super serious, but high school, you know, you just start, you know, feeling yourself a little bit. You're like, okay, cool, I'm one of the big kids now. I can go hang out with, you know, my friends on my own, no parent supervision and all of that. So it's like, okay, now I'm starting to get interested in boys. Boys in high school are immature. I don't care what grade it is. All boys in high school are immature. That is one thing you will learn with just being friends with boys, dating them, anything. Very immature. If you're going to date in high school, make sure that bond that you have with that person is not something like, oh, I just met him a week ago, we're dating now. No, it doesn't work like that. Y'all need to be at least talking for like a couple months, friends, before you start dating somebody, because if not, I promise you it's going to be bad. Don't talk to any of your friends' exes. That off bat, red flag. Don't talk to anybody that's, if somebody can't come to you straightforward and be like, oh, hey, I like you, I want to start talking to you, or I'm interested in you, don't go for it. Because 9 times out of 10, it's, I don't know, in my head that's something wrong. Also, if you're a freshman, don't talk to a senior. Sorry y'all, I had to switch to my phone. But yeah, if you are a freshman, please, 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 I know it's very hard, it's tempting, do not talk to people that are not in your grade. Well, I'm not gonna say don't, but be cautious with it. If you're a freshman, you should not be talking to a senior. I'm gonna say that. I'm sorry. I don't care how nobody feels. I'm sorry, I don't. Because I just feel like as a freshman, you're fresh out of middle school. What is somebody that's 17, 18 doing talking to you? You've experienced more in life than they have. Why are you talking to them? That's like talking to a baby. Like, I know talking to older people might seem cool, you know, like, ooh, yeah, he's older than me, he's a senior, let me talk to him. But it's really, they will try to not peer pressure you, but a little bit. I feel like that's not okay. Or, you know, just the whole thing of like, oh, I'm older, you know, they have this kind of mindset that's different than you, obviously. I don't recommend talking to nobody that's no senior. Be cautious if you're talking to somebody that's an upperclassman, because boys are sneaky and liars, and they're older than you, so they can do more than you. They can drive, they can, you know, stay out late, everything else, and you're in the house and the buddy's laid up with somebody else. What are you gonna do about it? You can't, besides break up with them. I will say I'm not against it though, because I've seen people that date in high school and last throughout, get married, live happily ever after. It's possible, but it's a lot of work, a lot of communicating. It's just not like, oh, saying I love you, going on dates, peaches and cream. Like, if you're gonna be in a relationship, it takes a lot of mental and physical work to be in one. It's a lot, you know. And I will say, on the topic of, because I don't really want to talk about that, but don't do anything you're not ready to do or ready to commit to. If you have to think about doing it, you shouldn't be doing it with that person. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, because once again, if you have to think about it and really think hard about it, you shouldn't be doing it with that person. And you shouldn't also feel pressured to do anything with anybody, because at the end of the day, if it's your decision not to, you don't have to. Trust me, it's no rush. Do that on your own time when you're ready. Do not feel rushed by anybody, because everybody is different. Everybody's process is different. So it's okay if you want to wait, because I promise you, y'all don't have to do anything to keep anybody. If you feel like you have to do something to stay in that relationship, the relationship isn't for you, and that's not a relationship. Point blank, period. What tips do you have about hygiene? I would say, well, I feel like that's just basic stuff for girls and boys. Keep up with your hygiene. Those people in high school are not going to be playing with you, because why are you walking around musty? That's not okay. And if you feel like you're getting musty, it's okay. Just go to the bathroom and go put on some deodorant, perfume, whatever you have to do. Like, make sure when you go to school, you feel good, smell good, look good, the best you can, whatever makes you feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, that's how you present yourself to the world. So if you feel comfortable presenting yourself to the world, you know, and you're cool, calm, and casual fit, and you're comfortable in it, and you know, you feel confident in it, go ahead. That's what you want to do. Don't ever be afraid to express yourself, okay? Be yourself. What them kids gonna do? Whoop you and they can't. But hygiene, I will say, invest in good deodorant, because some schools AC does go out, like mine. So make sure y'all invest in some good deodorant, perfume, whatever that you feel like is going to work for you, because once again, schools be hot, musty, and dirty, and you don't want to be hot, musty, and dirty. So keep up. Also, I will say, bringing like girls like a little emergency kit, you know, with like pads or tampons, extra undergarments, deodorant, perfume, lotion, all of that good stuff, because you know, you never know when you might need it. So always have it on you just in case. How to have a fun freshman year. Definitely, I would say, when I got to school, that made everything better for me and easier for me personally, join a group, club, whatever it is that you think you're interested in. Join it. I promise you, I wouldn't be who I am today if I was never in band or any other clubs that I was in at school, because I was a very shy, quiet kid. I still am. Don't get me wrong, I still am quiet and shy at times, but most of the classes that I have or that I have taken, I have been great in socially and just doing my own little thing, because I was in these clubs and got to meet all these amazing people, have fun. Definitely don't be so hard on yourself, but also take the year serious, because your freshman year is nothing to play with. I promise you. I learned the hard way. Stay on top of your grades, because if you don't, it's not going to be easy. Once again, it's not going to be easy. You're going to be stressed out even more. I promise you. Freshman year was the best year to me, I feel like, because I had the most fun. Don't be afraid to show school spirit either at pep rallies and everything. Definitely go to pep rallies. You know, have fun, but be smart also about your fun. Don't go out and just do reckless stuff and everything else. Be smart and have fun. Y'all, that was actually my last topic. I thought I had more, but I didn't. A few other little random stuff I have to say is, don't take everything so serious in high school, because I promise you, in the next 5 or 10 years, you're not going to remember the stuff that you did, or it's not going to matter. So don't take everything so serious that happens. Like, I promise you, it's not going to matter in 5 to 10 years what you did in high school. Don't skip class. Trust me, I learned the hard way. It's not something you should do. Your grades are going to slip if you do that, if you skipped often, because how are you going to be in class learning if you're skipping? You're not. If you have the need to skip, just don't go to school or get checked out, because it's no point in skipping, because you're going to get caught eventually. All schools have cameras. They're going to see on the camera every day doing the same routine, skipping. I promise you, it's not worth it. Have a routine, because I feel like having a routine in the morning, or just in general, helped me and made school a lot easier for me. Routines also keep you organized too, so you're on top of all your stuff and juggling school and your extracurriculars, whatever you do. One that works for you also. Have a routine that works for you. It's gonna pay off. In all though, I would say just be yourself and be kind to others, because you never know when another person is going to need a friend, or you might need a friend to talk to. Really just try to make that your best year. Go hard and have fun, you know. As long as you're organized and stay on top of your stuff, you're definitely going to enjoy your year, I promise you. And with that being said, this is the end of my video for you guys. Once again, this is my opinion on how my freshman year, you know, how everything was for me and what I've learned throughout the years of school that helped me out. So, you know, hopefully my tips helped you guys out in any way, and you guys might use my tips. If anybody needs anybody to talk to, I'm always there. I do respond to my messages on Instagram, so my Instagram will be right there. And if you guys have any questions, you can message me and ask me. You know, I'm willing to respond. I promise you, I love helping people and giving advice. Yeah, if you guys made it this far in the video, thank you guys for watching the whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, this is something new. Hopefully I can start doing more videos, sit down talk videos and other videos, switching it up, adding to my channel. And let me know if y'all like the video in the comments, you know, because once again, this is something new. I've never done this before. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, homies.